now we're going to get into the Mexican Navy ship that ran into the Brooklyn Bridge. You've probably seen that all around. But so we're going to jump straight into it so we can understand it. Let's get into it.
New questions tonight after a ship crashed into New York City's iconic Brooklyn Bridge, killing 2 sailors.
It's not going to hit the bridge.
Those along the river watched in horror, some running away, as the Mexican Navy training ship collided with the bridge around 8:20 p.m.
What is going on?
Said it was a training ship. Before I say anything, the main thing we need to do is keep the victims and the families and the traumatized people in our prayers, like I always say. But if it's a training ship, they need some more training. Something's happening. Something went terribly wrong. I don't know who was the supervisor. I don't know how this whole thing was in, but something went terribly wrong.
The Brooklyn Bridge is a critical part of New York's infrastructure, connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn, and a major tourist attraction.
Going to an all hands. They have multiple serious patients coming.
Mayor Eric Adams confirming early this morning that 2 of the 277 people on board died.
Our hearts go out to the family members, and many family members are going to be traveling here from Mexico.
A Mexican official confirming one of those killed was America Yamilet Sanchez. At least 22 others were hurt, according to the Mexican Navy. Moments before the crash, many sailors seen standing on the masts. A tugboat was seen on camera.
Now, we got to back that up a little bit more. That is crazy. And these are the parts that fail. Oh, my God.
A tugboat was seen on camera around the time of the crash. It's unclear right now what its involvement was, if any. The mayor says a mechanical mishap made the vessel lose power, and the river's strong current pushed the ship backward.
Because of the current, it looks like it ended up under the Brooklyn Bridge, and that's where the tragedy occurred, the mass.
Dramatic video shows some people dangling in the air after impact. The boat was on display in New York Seaport and on its way to Iceland. Those plans put on hold now. Officials say the nearly 142-year-old bridge was not seriously damaged.
There are many more questions than answers as to how the accident occurred and whether it could have been prevented.
A lot of questions. I need to know if that could have been prevented, but that is insane.
The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating with the New York City Police Department as they try to figure out what exactly went wrong.
Maya Eaglin is in Lower Manhattan, right near where that damaged ship is. Maya, what is next for officials here?
Hallie, we're hearing from officials that they're working on sending some of the surviving crew members back to Mexico and finding a new location for this ship so authorities can start conducting a full investigation and repairs. Hallie.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
That is insane. So we're going to look at one more video about this. We want to get it from another perspective, a little more recent video. So let's jump right into that.
We have new reporting here after that deadly boat crash right into the Brooklyn Bridge. Chilling video here showing the masts of that Mexican Navy ship snapping into pieces. Nearly 300 sailors on the ship on a training mission. 2 of them were killed. Several others recovering from injuries tonight, and there are many questions about how this happened. Here's Gio Benitez.
Tonight, growing questions about what caused that catastrophic ship crash into the Brooklyn Bridge, killing 2 people, injuring 19 more. Stunning videos capturing the moment of impact Saturday night.
Insane. Oh my God.
This one filmed by someone on the bridge. Late today, officials confirming there was no significant damage to the iconic bridge. The NTSB says the Mexican Navy ship carrying nearly 300 people on a training mission departed a Manhattan pier around 8:20 Saturday night with the help of a tugboat. Sailors seen lining the towering masts.
So that tugboat was helping them. That's what they was talking about in the last video. Jesus.
The ship reversing into the East River when it started to pick up speed.
We are going to be accessing all the different electronic data to determine at what point the vessel began accelerating.
4 minutes later, around 8:24 p.m., the crew requesting assistance from more tugboats. And roughly 45 seconds after those calls, the ship hitting the bridge. All 3 masts snapping like sticks, sailors left dangling. That tugboat appeared to try to steer the ship, called the Quadamok, south, but it kept drifting north towards the bridge. Experts pointing to videos like this showing a possible wake, suggesting the engines were pushing it faster right into the bridge.
That indicates that there's some sort of propelling force. So it does indicate that the ship is coming astern and actually driving itself toward the Brooklyn shore and the bridge.
And David, it's still not clear if a mechanical issue played a role in this crash. The NTSB is now waiting on Mexican officials to give them permission to board this ship and interview the crew. David.
All right, Gio Benitez reporting tonight. Gio, thanks as always.
And new tonight, another person.
That is it for that. Oh my God, I can't imagine being up there standing on that. I mean, I would never be standing on that, but you're standing up there, normal procedures, and run right into the Brooklyn Bridge. Jesus, a lot of death. We need to just pray for the world at this point. Jesus. We'll keep updated on more what they find out about the exact problems that went on with the ship, what exact malfunctions happened, if they're going to hold anybody responsible. That's the main thing. Who is going to be held responsible for these death stories is just the ship's malfunction and this tragic accident, but it's very insane. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.